Welcome history lovers. Ireland, a land steeped in rich history and culture, has witnessed a series of transformative events that have shaped its destiny. From the Norman invasion in 1169 to the turn of the 18th century, Ireland's past is a tapestry of conflict, colonization, and resilience. Join us as we journey through the pivotal moments that defined Irish history from 1169 to 1799. Norman invasion and expansion. In 1169, Norman knights and archers captured the town of Wexford, marking the beginning of a significant period in Irish history. The following year, Richard de Clare, known as Strongbow, led another Norman force to Ireland at the behest of Dermot MacMurrough, a deposed Irish king seeking to reclaim his throne. Together, they captured the fortified towns of Dublin and Waterford, securing MacMurrough's position as King of Leinster. As the Normans settled, they sought to establish a feudal system similar to that in England, driving out the Gaelic aristocracy. Despite periodic efforts, the English crown struggled to exert centralized control. Beyond Dublin and the Pale, Anglo-Irish lords and Gaelic chiefs maintained their own power, leading to a fragmented rule. The following centuries were marked by a series of critical events. In 1171, Henry II of England landed in Ireland to assert his authority, becoming the first English monarch to do so. By 1250, Anglo-Norman lords controlled large parts of Ireland. The 14th century saw Edward Bruce's invasion, the Black Death, and the Statutes of Kilkenny, which aimed to prevent the Gaelicization of English settlers. The ascension of the Tudor dynasty marked a new chapter. Determined to expand their power, the Tudors pursued a policy of centralized administration. Henry VIII's break with the papacy and the Protestant Reformation deeply affected Ireland, as political loyalty became intertwined with religious faith. Rebellion and resistance. In 1601, under the command of Don Juan de Aguilar, a Spanish army landed at Kinsale in County Cork. Mountjoy marched south to lay siege to the town. To link up with the Spanish forces, O'Neill and his allies decided to leave Ulster and meet them in Kinsale. Late in December, Lord Mountjoy defeated O'Neill's army just outside Kinsale, effectively bringing a military end to the rebellion. In 1602, left without any real options, de Aguilar surrendered to Mountjoy at Kinsale. On the 24th of March 1603, Elizabeth I died, marking the end of the Tudor dynasty. James VI of Scotland succeeded to the throne of England as James I, establishing the Stuart dynasty. The 9 Years' War formally concluded when Hugh O'Neill submitted to the English crown as part of the Treaty of Mellifont. Both O'Neill and O'Donnell received pardons, allowing them to retain their titles and estates. In 1605, plans were announced for a new plantation in parts of Ulster. Measures were taken to proscribe Catholic priests and religious orders, and public office holders were required to take the oaths of supremacy and uniformity. By 1606, Scottish settlers were planted in the Ards Peninsula in Ulster. Amidst fears of impending moves against them, O'Neill, O'Donnell, and other Gaelic lords fled Ireland for Spain in 1607, an event known as the Flight of the Earls. This led to the Crown seizing large areas of land in Ulster. In 1608, a commission was set up to survey confiscated lands, and by 1609, plans for the widespread plantation of Ulster commenced, with the City of London participating in the settlement of County Derry. The Civil Wars and Cromwellian conquest. The mid-17th century saw Ireland embroiled in the turmoil of the English Civil War. In 1640, Thomas Wentworth raised an army in Ireland to assist Charles I, causing alarm in the English Parliament. A rebellion broke out in Ulster in 1641, with Protestant settlers targeted by native Irish. This unrest fueled a larger conflict, aligning with the English Civil War, which erupted in 1642. In 1649, following the execution of Charles I, Oliver Cromwell led a brutal campaign in Ireland, marked by the massacres at Drogheda and Wexford. In 1652, the Act for Settling Ireland was passed, confiscating Catholic lands to pay Cromwell's soldiers and investors. Catholic landowners were exiled to Connacht, and surveys for the Cromwellian plantation began in 1653. The Restoration and Penal Laws. The restoration of the monarchy in 1660 with Charles II brought some stability, but the Irish Parliament passed the Act of Settlement in 1662, recognising Cromwellian land settlements while establishing a court of claims for disputed confiscations. However, legislation passed in the late 17th century severely restricted Catholic rights, leading to the penal laws of 1695, which limited Catholic participation in public life and land ownership. The Williamite War and Treaty of Limerick. In 1689, James II, deposed by William of Orange, arrived in Ireland seeking Catholic support. The subsequent Williamite War included the pivotal Battle of the Boyne in 1690, where William III defeated James II. The war concluded with the Treaty of Limerick in 1691, promising religious tolerance for Catholics, though this promise was soon broken. From the Norman invasion to the consolidation of English power, Ireland's history is a testament to its enduring spirit and resilience. Each event, each battle, and each change in leadership has left an indelible mark on the Irish landscape and its people. This chronology of key events from 1169 to 1799 provides a glimpse into the complex and fascinating history of Ireland, a land forever rich in heritage and legacy. Thank you for joining us on this journey through Ireland's past. Stay tuned for more explorations into the history that shaped the world.